Guys, and welcome back to another Marvel Rivals video. I thought we'd do something a little bit different today, and today we're going to do a Season 1.5 ranked tier list. So, clearly this is going to be my opinion on what I think is good and what I think is bad, but let's see how it compares to others. So, we're going to start off with tanks. So I'm just going to go over this list, pick out all the tanks, and see where they go. So, first off, we have Hulk. Hulk is a relatively decent tank. However, only really decent for the team-up ability, which makes Iron Man way more OP. So, I think I would necessarily put him on a B. However, I think I'm going to boost him up to an A just solely because the team-up ability is really good. He's a decent character, and also because of that team ability, he is pretty much banned every single game, so he deserves the A tier. Now we have Captain America. I don't really know where to put it. To be honest, like Captain America, either really good, really bad. You have to understand the play style, and there's not that many good Captain Americas out there. Compared to all of the other tanks as well, he's not great. I think I'm going to put him at a C tier. Because, again, I think he's probably one of the worst tanks in the game. Now, we have Doctor Strange, and clearly S tier. Picked every single game. He is by far probably the best tank in the game. And, yeah, he just has all of the kit that a tank really needs. And he is literally played in about 100% of the games I play. So, I think he is an S tier tank. Now we have Groot. And I think something similar. Groot is one of those champions who is good, but only if you master how to play him. I'm going to give him an A. He's not quite S tier, but I'm going to give him an A because he's good. Now let's just search this again. We got Magneto. Now, Magneto, I think, another really good tank, and actually picked pretty much every single game, so I'm going to put him up in the S tier as well. I'm also going to put Groot above Hulk in the A tier. Let's see what other... Okay, we have Penny Parker. Now, Penny Parker, I think, pretty good tank. However, very situational for most people, because most people don't know how to play her on attack. And she's good against dive comps, but only really good against some comps. I'm going to put her in B tier, I think. She's good, don't get me wrong, she is good. But situationally good, the problem. Now we have Thor. Good dive, and I think situationally good. So I'm going to put him as a B tier. Venom, again, decent tank. Situational, I think most people only pick him if you have a Spider-Man on your team. I'm actually going to put him just above Captain America on C tier. And then we have our last tank in the game, which is the Thing, the most recent character in the game. And honestly, I'm going to have to kind of put him up on S. Like, maybe even in between Doctor Strange and Magneto. He's pretty much played every single game. He's a relatively easy tank to play. But he gives somebody damage reduction. He can run into the back line and knock everybody up. His ultimate is insane. I'm going to give him an S tier, just solely because he has literally played every single game. And he's really, really good. Now we move on to DPS. We got Black Panther. Now, Black Panther, really, really good and annoying. One of the best champions to play if you banned Namor. But, again, I don't see that many people playing. He is difficult to play. So, I'm going to give him a B tier. And actually, he's going to be a B tier above these other two. We've got Black Widow. Now, this might just be my opinion, and people may disagree with this. However, Black Widow D tier. Every single Black Widow I see, people just pick Black Widow troll. That's it. I've never seen a good Black Widow, and it just doesn't matter. Like I feel like her kit is just lacking something, and she just needs to get buffed. And then she might move up. But at the moment, D tier. Hawkeye. He was pretty good, and I have played some good Hawkeyes. He does require aim, and actually, I think I'm gonna put him into B tier above everybody else. He's good. I think in higher ranks, not as much, because people can play around it. However, if you have really good aim, I think he's a character that can just take over a lobby. So I'm going to put him on B tier. Now we have a Hela. Well, Hela, similar sort of thing with Hawkeye. You need the aim, but I think she's going to go A tier above Hulk. And this is just solely because she's kind of Hawkeye, but better. I mean, she one-shots. However, I think there was something within this recent patch that made her just not have any drop-off damage, which is pretty insane. So I'm going to put her A. Now we have Iron Fist. And I think he's kind of in a similar situation, although I only see good Iron Fists whenever he's picked. So I'm gonna put him B tier, just underneath Black Panther, because not as many people pick him, but is still annoying nonetheless. Now we have Iron Man, and for a similar reason as why Hulk is up here, Iron Man is also going to be up here above Hulk, because they actually buffed him to make him better, so he doesn't actually necessarily need the buff anymore, but still really good. So I'm going to put him as. Now we have Magic. Magic. This is the issue, right? A good Magic player can actually take over a lobby, and I think I would rather play against. Honestly, I think I might put her. It's difficult. Either like bottom A tier or top D tier is what I'm thinking. I think she has quite a lot of utility. She has a lot of damage. She's annoying. I'm going to put her top D tier, just above Hawkeye for now. Now we have the one and only Moon Knight, and he is pretty insane as well. He's picked pretty much every single game, and he just does a lot of damage there. If you know how to play him right, he's great. I'm going to put him at the bottom of A tier. Now we have Namor, one that I've actually been using quite a lot, and really good against Spider-Man, who is annoying as hell. And for that reason, I'm also going to put Namor on A tier. Now we have Psylocke. Again, one of these champions. If you're really good Psylocke, you're really good at this game. And for that, I'm actually going to put Psylocke all the way up in A tier, above Groot, above Hela. Actually, one of the best dive champions in the game, I think. Now we have Punisher. Oh, the thing is with Punisher here, right? He is one of those champs that you see DPS and you instantly think he's probably going to be one of the easier champions to learn, and he is. However, that also brings a lot of people that don't know how to play DPS to DPS, and there are so many times I see a Punisher playing DPS and setting a turret up right next to the enemy and instantly dying. However, a good Punisher, very, very good. So actually, I'm going to put him just on the tippy top of B tier. Now, we have Scarlet Witch. I genuinely think she did get buffed, and she is doing better. However, very, very situational. Oh, it's really difficult because I genuinely think a good Scarlet Witch could do a lot. But even with her buffs, her ult is quite hard to land, very easily cancelled. I think I've got to give her a C tier, honestly. I use her quite a bit, but even then, I know that I could pick somebody else up and probably do better. I think that's going to have to... Now we've got Spider-Man. Now, Spider-Man is good and can be one of the most annoying champions in this game. Pick Namor, and he turns not so good. He is very easily countered, but he is really hard to learn as well. Impactful-wise, very impactful if you know how to use him. So I think I'm gonna have to give him middle pack B tier. A lot of people are falling at a B tier just because it's kind of the middle of the road, and that's where a lot of people are. Now we have Squirrel Girl. I think again, Squirrel Girl is probably gonna be like maybe bottom. But I guess gonna say top B tier. Better than Hawkeye, better than Punisher, if you know how to use her. Again, there's a lot of people that do use her that just don't know how to use her, and that's the issue. Okay, now we have Star-Lord. And I think actually Star-Lord is probably going to be our first S-tier DPS. He's incredibly good and incredibly strong. I think he's probably more strong than Magneto. And probably the Thing. He is incredibly good. And now we have another S-tier DPS in Storm. And Storm is definitely better than Star-Lord as well, so we're going to put her just up there. Now we have another S-tier, yes, who I think is just below Storm, but can also just wreck a lobby on his own with one move, and that is again. Now we have Wolverine. Now, Wolverine, very good in very certain situations. If the enemy team's running double tank, Wolverine completely ruins them. Definitely better than Groot because he wrecks Groot. I'm going to give him an A. I think he's actually really good. And now for the one of the last, Mr. Fantastic. Now, Mr. Fantastic, I don't know. Every single Mr. Fantastic I've pretty much seen is bad. I'm going to have to give him a D tier just solely because either he's really underwhelming and he needs a buff, or everybody that plays him just doesn't understand how to play him that I've encountered. So I'm going to give him a D tier. Above Black Widow, because Black Widow is still the most useless champion, but D tier nonetheless. Now, we've got our last DPS in the Human Torch. Now, he can be really good. He can be really good. And I think I'm going to have to give him maybe like... I'm going to have to give him like maybe top C tier, low B tier. I think I've got to give him like top C tier. Like, I don't think I've seen that many Human Torches continue to go, like, do better than any of these champions on B tier. And that might just be a lack of people not understanding how to play the champion that well. And that's fine. He's only just come out. Maybe in the next part of the season, in the next season, he'll be up higher. But I do think he is maybe. Now, we have our healers. For our healers, we have Adam Warlock. Now, he's great. Team-wide res. However, healing not great. His damage output is really good. I think I'm going to give him, like, top D tier for that. He does have some good burst healing. But everything else is very situational, and so many people do not use the res properly. Now we have Cloak and Dagger. Cloak and Dagger, in terms of support, S tier. In matter of fact, I'm going to put her bottom S tier because she's insane. Now we come to you, Jeff. And honestly, I think at this point, with how people are playing Jeff, a lot of people are playing him as like a DPS flanking, I don't know, support. And I don't know why. So, I'm going to give Jeff a D tier. I'm going to tier just above him, but still nonetheless, because so many people just playing it weirdly and it ain't great. Similarly, Loki. Actually, no. Loki, I'm actually gonna put above in like B tier, just above maybe Iron Fist, and that's solely because if you have a Loki and a Cloak and Dagger, you just have 2 Cloak and Dagger ults, and it's insanely stupid. And the amount of times I've lost to that is insane. Now we have Luna Snow, who is, again, one of the best supports in the game, and just below Cloak and Dagger. We have Mantis, she recently got buffed as well. I don't actually think it's done that much to her. Still don't really see her that often. More than Adam Warlock, but again, I think I'm gonna have to put her in C tier. Rocket, again. Oh, this is difficult. I'm gonna have to give Rocket C tier again. She's really good in like 3 support comps where you already have 2 good healers. Like if I have a Cloak and Dagger on Luna Snow, and then I have a Rocket with like a Punisher or a Wind Soldier, great. But without that, not so great. Now we have Invisible Woman. Honestly, probably the 3rd best support in the game. Situationally, probably the 2nd best support, considering Luna Snow or Cloak and Dagger is usually banned, and for that reason I'm going to put her in S tier as well, because she's just that good. So, here we have it. This is my Season 1.5 tier list for all the characters. Obviously, you could split them up into each category of tank, DPS, and support, but I thought we'd just do an entire list of people so you guys can see who you should really be picking a rank and who you should be learning if you want to climb up there, up high. Hope you guys enjoyed. Please like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you tomorrow. Bye!